We're here with Phyllis Greenberg Heideman, the president of the International March of the Living. Phyllis, we've been here together so many times on the March of the Living, and every year you take on a totally new meeting to a trip that you've been on so many times. Tell me, why does it feel different this year here in 2024?
It feels different. Everything feels different since Shabbat, October 7th, 2023. Nothing is the same. Everything has changed, and so have we.
Tell me, why does the March of the Living take on even added significance in these new circumstances?
We are a people over 3,000 years old. You know that, Alex. One of the things that has kept us going for these 3,000 years, kept us thriving, not just surviving, thriving and flourishing, is our want to remember the past, to understand where we came from. How did we get here? Our resilience for these many years is a driving force and puts wings under our feet to get us to where we are today. Where are we today? We're in a not happy place, in a not safe place. We are in a state of turmoil, confusion. Where does it come from? It comes from constant assaults, constant attacks, barbaric events that shake us to the core. Prior to October 7th, it is my belief, one woman's belief, that the worst event in human history happened on these grounds. That this place, the very word Auschwitz, speaks volumes in one word about fear, death, destruction, annihilation. And then came October 7th. And perhaps we had to come as a people, to the realization that perhaps in some ways the Shoah isn't over for us. It's not a competition. It certainly isn't a comparison. It is a continuum. That continuum is frightening. It's not what we've worked for all these years to survive. It's not where we want to be. And we just wish that the rest of the world, those who call themselves our enemies, supporters of our enemies, would understand that we spend most of our lives praying for shalom, for peace.
We have on this trip about 55 Holocaust survivors that are actually participating in this march from Auschwitz to Birkenau. Obviously, Holocaust survivors are getting older and older, and unfortunately fewer and fewer. Tell me, why is it so special to have 55 Holocaust survivors here this year on the march?
I think many of us learned during the era of Corona that Zooms and videos, computer and FaceTiming is all wonderful, but there is nothing like meeting face-to-face, touching one another, and hearing the voices of those who endured the terrible onslaught during World War II. So to have these survivors be brave enough to join us, to come to this place again, willingly come to this place again, is for us one of the greatest honors we can have in honoring those whom we love and adore and on whose shoulders we stand. It is their legacy that we carry, but it is our responsibility to do so in my lifelong belief that each one of us, each member of the Jewish family, is a survivor.
You always make it a point to try to bring a lot of young people on the March of the Living. Tell me about the impact that you have seen from year to year that this trip has on young people. What does it do for Jewish identity and for support for the State of Israel?
I think once you come here to this place and the others that we will tour on this week-long journey, it strengthens your understanding of the past, it deepens your commitment, and it's a strange expression to even say, but I believe that being on the March of the Living is an inspiration. It will help define and set the trajectory of your life. We have graduates, we call them March of the Living alumni, around the world who are activists for the future of the Jewish people, for the future of the State of Israel, and with a memory of what they see here. You cannot unsee what you see at these sites. And they are our ambassadors. They are not the people rioting and rebelling and painting swastikas on college campus dormitories. They are the people, they are the voices of the future from the past. They take the voices for those who don't have voice anymore. They have learned their lessons from Holocaust survivors.
And what do you ask them to do after they go on this trip and they go back to their communities?
Activism, activism, activism. Accept your social responsibility to stand for your people. Stand for your people. Stand for the people with whom you identify. We are all the members of a large global family. We are called the Jewish people. When one Jew suffers one place, we all suffer. That happened during the Shoah, and it certainly has happened in the aftermath of October 7th, where those of us around the globe, not blessed to live in the state of Israel, felt the pain, suffered alongside our brothers and sisters in Israel, not just the South, but the entire country. So we hope that our alumni will become activists to further a better, a brighter, a safer, a more secure, and a much kinder future for not just the Jewish people, but for all people everywhere.
Phyllis Greenberg Heideman, President of the International March for the Living. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you. Thank you, Alex. Thank you always for helping us pass the torch of memory. Thank you for flying our flag and being a torchbearer of memory yourself from your personal perspective, from the perspective of the march, from the perspective of a dual citizen. We thank you. I believe that the work you do is as important as the work we all do together.
Thanks so much, Phyllis. Thank you.